Good evening, guys. Welcome to another flight with this beautiful TBM850 November 24 Alpha Lima, which I'm going to take from Billund here in Denmark for a short hop over to Malmö in Sweden, and we're going to take advantage of a hefty tailwind, which is going to speed up the process. And it's windy here. You can see it on all the labels here hanging around. I just love this TBM850. It's just so nice. And yeah, so let's hop into the plane and get everything started. Okay, we're in the cockpit. So as the first thing, let's close everything up. All the hatches, all the doors, wheel chokes, pitot covers, engine covers, the GPU we don't need, and the baggage door, pilot door, and the aft door. So the plane is sealed. Perfect. And as next, we'll hit the battery and turn on the radio master to get the 80s.
Quebec. Billund Airport.
Quebec.
Information Quebec. 1920 Zulu. Wind 245 at 13.
Do it.
Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Few cumulonimbus at 2500 feet.
It's going to be Abina 6
Broken
Alpha
at
departure.
430 feet. Temperature 5. Dew point 3. QNH 09 Transition level 45.
And transition
Arriving
5.
and departing runway 27. Visual approach is
So we
news.
can pick up our
Advise on course heading.
IFR clearance. Billund Tower, November 24 Alpha Lima, type TBM850, stand 29er, information Quebec on board, requesting IFR clearance to Sturup. So let's enter the flight plan as we're waiting for the clearance import from SimBrief. So we got the Abina 6
November
Alpha.
24 Alpha Lima, information Quebec is current, cleared to Sturup via the ABN 6 Alpha departure, then as filed, departure runway 27, initial climb 11,1000, departure on 119er, decimal 255, squawk 5222.
Cleared to Sturup via the Abina 6 Alpha departure, then it's filed runway 27, initial climb 11,000, departure frequency is 119.255, squawking 5222 November 25 Lima. So 5222 altitude reporting and on, give us 11,000.
Read back correct.
Yeah, and tower November 2 Lima, we request engine startup. So QNH 9901.
November 24 Alpha Lima, engine start approved.
Drop RPM to the max. Engine start is approved. November 25 Lima. Strobes, nav lights, ignition, aux fuel pump to on, and hit the starter. And we will watch the propeller turn. Perfect. And we will also check for the NG to rise and stabilize around 15 to 20.
Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta, reduced speed to 160
At
knots,
that
traffic on
stage,
final.
we will introduce some fuel to low idle.
0 knots. Mooney
And watch the
824 Foxtrot
IT
Delta.
to temp up a maximal 850 if it's possible. It's a cool start, and the NG is rising as soon as we hit 50, we can introduce some more fuel to high idle. There it is, perfect. And at this stage we can turn off the starter, the generator can come on, aux fuel pump to on, fuel selector to auto, all the gyros will just turn on at this stage, taxi lights will put on, ESMS master will come on, and the pitot 1 and pitot 2 for the moment, then the AP master and all the ECS instruments on and high if possible.
Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray, extend upwind I will call your crosswind.
Extending upwind, waiting for your call for crosswind. Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray.
So we got the flight plan set, we have the QNH set, we have the departure set, 11,000 is the climb, and we are ready to go. So let's ask for taxi. Billund Tower, November 24 Alpha Lima, request taxi. So, where are we going? We're going to 27, which is here. And it's gonna be
November 24 Alpha Lima, taxi to runway 27 via Juliet, November Kilo Mike.
Juliet, November, Kilo Mike, November 2 Alpha Lima. Juliet, November, probably this one here, Kilo Mike. Oh, it's an intersection departure here, so we're gonna go there. Perfect. Okay, and before we do that, just quickly set the transition altitude, which is 4,500. Let's bug it.
371 Bravo Charlie.
Okay. Parking brake is off, and as always we're gonna hit some stuff here. Sorry guys. So we're taking a right here.
Beechcraft 90001 Bravo, clear to land runway 24 wind calm.
Clear to land, runway 24, Beechcraft 90001 Bravo.
Juliet, November. Now I can see it. Okay. This is Juliet and November's over there. Okay. Sorry guys. Yeah, so we're gonna have a hefty tailwind from Billund over to Malmö at flight level 20 and above. And I think we have filed for flight level 25 today, so we will see. Bye bye Billund. So, November coming up here.
Mooning 824 Foxtrot Delta, enter right base runway 27.
Right base runway 27 for Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta.
And then left on Kilo over here. Yeah, it is windy here. To really hit the left paddle so to keep straight, so it is really windy. And he gave us intersection departure mic, so it's the first one on the right over there.
Beechcraft 90001 Bravo, clear to land runway 12, caution wake turbulence from the departing jet.
Clear to land runway 12, Beechcraft 90001 Bravo.
And we'll have a look at the checklist in a minute. So Mike is coming up here, and we will take a right and just wait for our departure clearance, and we'll just have a look at the checklist before we start. This is Mike.
Beechcraft 90001 Bravo, maintain current heading traffic at your 12
And
o'clock.
we are already on tower, so we don't have to
90001 Bravo.
change frequency or anything like this. Holding point, Mike, runway 27. Perfect. Checklist. We have high idle. Prop lever is feather to max. Flaps were set to takeoff. Then P28 are on. The DIs we will need today, so I'll just turn on all the DIs instruments. Then inertial separator we're just not going to bother. Weather radar we don't need. Avionics are on. AP pre-selections are on already. The panel is empty and the instruments are checked and we are charging. So this one's complete. Perfect. And before we start, I'll just quickly show you the flight plan.
Left to 090 Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray.
And this is what we can expect as a wind situation up on the flight levels. Oh, there are no wind out here. So guys, you can see it is windy, yeah? So we are, this is flight level 180 and this is 240, so this is what we're going to expect. And we're departing here and going over here, so we're going to have 50 knots on tail and tailwind, and that should help us to be fast coming into to Malmö. Perfect. Cool. So we got all the checks done, and we can ask for departure. Billund Tower, November 24 Alpha Lima, holding point Mike, ready for departure, runway 27.
November 24 Alpha Lima, runway 27, winds 245 at 13, cleared for takeoff.
Clear left, clear right. Clear for takeoff, runway 27, November 24 Alpha Lima. And you know what, with this wind we're not going to need any flaps actually, so we're going to just set them to 0, and let's go. Power set. 22 knots on the nose, so we're going to be quick
Uniform
here.
59, enter left downwind, expect landing clearance.
Airspeed's alive.
Entering left downwind, awaiting landing clearance.
We
Mustang
are-
9 Kilo Uniform 59.
Rotate, positive climb, tap the brakes, and we'll take the gear up. Bye bye Billund.
Citation 423 Mike Whiskey, hold short of runway 12 traffic on
50
final.
mode, watch the torque, not
Holding
over
short of
torque.
runway 12, citation 433 Mike
IS
Whiskey.
mode and yaw damper.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact departure on 119.255.
119.255 November 2 Alpha Lima, hej då. Billund departure, November 2 Alpha Lima, passing 2000. Beautiful guys. And we already got 50 knots.
November
Crosswind.
24, Alpha Lima. Billund departure. Identified. Cleared direct Abino. Climb flight level 200.
Clear direct Abino, climb flight level 200, November 2 Alpha Lima. Direct Abino. Perfect, and 200, so they're giving us quick climb, which is good.
November 24, Alpha Lima. Climb flight level 200.
Yeah, you said. Climb flight level 200, November 2 Alpha Lima. And as soon as we're going to pass 4,500, we will set to standard pressure, which is 1013. Nav mode. Perfect. So, standard pressure 1013. Okay, so we are in the climb. Just quickly hit the checklist, see what this says. We have the torque, we get the RPM, and we get the ITT, which is okay. Landing gear is up, flaps are up, 850 mode is on, yaw damper is on, yes. Separator we don't need, we said like taxi lights we can turn off, although we should wait actually. Oh, landing lights we forgot. Although we should wait for 10,000 feet. And landing lights as well. Pressurization, we have to check that. We are going to flight level 200, so we have to set this here. Perfect. So pressurization we have,
United
de-ice
229
is
turn
set.
left, heading 220 vector for sequence.
Standard we have. Alright, good stuff. Okay guys, we are on our way.
November 24 Alpha Lima. Climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, November 24 Lima. So we got direct Abino here, and from there we're going over to Ernov, and we will, when we enter the cruise, we'll just brief the arrival and the approach which will be runway 17 in Sturup, and we'll grab the ILS of runway 17. This one here, and we'll have a look at everything there. And brief the approach chart in just a minute. Beautiful Denmark. So when we're coming to cruise, we will not reduce our torque. We could actually reduce the RPM, prop RPM to 1600. We're not going to do that. And we'll check the power, the press, the fuel, the ice, and the oxygen. We won't bother about that. So flight level 230. So flight plan. Sturup, load procedure, and we just said ILS 17 with vectors, and we'll load it into the GTN. There it is. Perfect.
November 24 Alpha Lima. Contact Copenhagen info on 129.475.
Over to Copenhagen info on 129.475 November 24 Lima. Bye bye. Copenhagen control November 24 Alpha Lima. Flight level 1604230.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Copenhagen info identified. Good afternoon.
Okay, we have 40 knots as crosswind. So we don't have the tailwind we were hoping for, actually. Yeah. Maybe over here then. Maybe when we come up in the flight levels here, when we're reaching flight level 230 or 240. Maybe the wind. No, it's not going to change yet. Now we'll see.
Hawaiian 104 climb and maintain flight level 410.
Okay, for the
410 Hawaiian 104.
the transition is Ernov, and will take us to Bapsi and to Norway, right over here. And from Norway, it's going to take us on the approach of ILS runway 17. Is there anything to check on Erno 1 Sierra, which is our arrival? Nothing special. The ETIS we should put in and listen to before we arrive. 1290280. 1290280. Yeah, we'll listen later to it. Cabin pressure, not happy. Yeah, we have to increase because we got a new flight level.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Copenhagen info. Expect the ILS runway 17 approach into Sturup. Erno 1 Sierra arrival. Descent in about 20 minutes. If you'd like to descend now, just say the word.
Expect the ILS runway 17 approach into Sturup via the Erno 1 Sierra arrival. And I will wait for the descent November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay, so we got the ATIS, we have read everything on the arrival chart, and so we can just skip over to the approach chart. And why don't we ask Millie, who's our mentor today, to explain what this stuff means. Maybe we just first set everything into the GTN, and when everything is set, we can just talk to Millie. Yeah, we entered the localizer frequency, which is
November 24 Alpha Lima. Contact Copenhagen Control on 124.555.
Copenhagen Control on 124.555. November 24 för Lima, hej då. Copenhagen Control, god kväll. November 24 för Lima. Flight level 230 inbound Ernov. So we are already inbound Ernov.
November 24 Alpha Lima. Copenhagen Control identified. Good afternoon.
Delta 1562, expedite descent to flight level 240, traffic ahead.
Expedite descent to flight level 240, Delta 1562.
Yeah, so we got the frequencies 119.090 for the ILS 17, and we have a final approach course of 169er. Let's set that. 169er. So 169er, that is set. Hit nav again, and we're on our way. So that is set. Yeah, so this is all set. Our final approach fix will be D7.2. We are category 1, so we will have a decision altitude of 409 feet and a decision height of 200 feet. Airport elevation is 237.
United 938, maintain Mach 80.
Missed approach.
80, United 938.
And here we've got the plan view and the profile view. So we are expecting to hit D11.0, which is here, at 2,500 feet. And let's put that into VCalc. Or just Norway, which should be okay. Top of descent's gonna be here. Yeah, and D7.2 is our final approach fix, or where we intercept the glide slope. Sorry. And here, category 1, our decision altitude.
United 487, turn right heading 270. Turning right to 270, United 487.
Millie, I'm looking at the chart for the ILS runway 17 into Sturup, and the profile view shows me a Maltese cross. What does that mean on the chart? Let's see if she knows that.
The Maltese cross on your chart indicates a VOR, VHF omnidirectional range station. It's a navigational aid that provides azimuth information to help you determine your position relative to the station. Make sure to tune into the correct frequency for the VOR to utilize it effectively. You're doing great.
And how do I recognize the final approach fix on the profile view of the ILS chart?
To recognize the final approach fix on the ILS chart, look for the FAF symbol, which is typically depicted as a small triangle. It's usually located just before the final descent segment and is where you should be at the altitude specified on the chart. Remember to cross-check with your altitude and distance from the runway to ensure a smooth approach. You're doing great.
Clear direct to Delta Alpha November VOR, Delta 401.
And what's the difference between minimal descent altitude and decision altitude?
descent altitude, MDA, is the lowest altitude to which you can descend during a non-precision approach without visual reference, while the decision altitude, DA, is the altitude at which you must decide whether to continue the approach or execute a missed approach during a precision approach like ILS. Essentially, MDA is used for approaches without vertical guidance, and DA is for those with it. You're grasping some important concepts here.
So, am I correct in the assumption that you use the decision altitude when approaching an ILS? Top of descent, so
Yes,
soon.
that's correct. You use the decision altitude DA when you're on an ILS approach. It's the point where you must decide whether to continue the approach or go around based on whether you have the required visual references. Keep up the great work.
Great stuff. Well, the cruise checklist we already looked at, and the next going to be the descent. And we will descend by roughly this one here. We should actually get descent soon, otherwise we have to descend faster. And as soon as we get descent, we will set the pressurization to the destination altitude, which is 0. DIs we will need, fuel will check, and the landing lights at 10,000 will turn them on. And now I can listen to the ATIS.
Back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information Quebec. Almost Rupp Airport.
Quebec.
Information Quebec. 2120 Zulu. Wind 245 at 15. Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Broken at 1800 feet. Temperature 5.
November 556 Bravo, Quebec, Squawk 7654, identify.
990 Quebec.
November 556 Bravo, Quebec.
Departing runways 1.
Yeah, so we should get our descent soon. And I missed the transition altitude actually.
5. Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Broken at 1800 feet. Temperature 5. Dew point 3. QNH 0990. Transition level 65.
65.
Arriving and departing runways 1729.
65.
Visual approach is in use. Advise on course heading. Altitude.
Yeah, guys, what are we waiting for? We have a profile now at 1800 soon, so yeah, maybe time to descend.
November 24 Alpha Lima, cleared Airno 1 Sierra arrival into Stirrup. When you're ready to begin your descent, descend flight level 070.
On the arrival, Airno 1 Sierra, and I'll descend to 170 November 2 for Lima. That's what he said, right? Or did he say?
November 24 Alpha Lima, roger.
Yeah, 170. Beautiful Denmark.
Southwest 142, turn left, heading 190. Turning left to 190, Southwest 142.
Emily, when I'm looking at the minimums and the decision altitude, the chart says I have to respect the RVR of 550 meter. Can you please explain to me what RVR is?
RVR stands for Runway Visual Range. It indicates the distance a pilot can see down the runway, which is crucial for determining whether you can safely land. In your case, with a minimum RVR of 550 meters, you need to ensure visibility meets or exceeds that before continuing your approach. You're doing great.
November 24, Alpha Lima, descent, flight level 050.
Descent flight level 050, November 24 Lima.
Alaska 709, clear direct to waypoint Bravo Romeo India. Clear direct to Bravo Romeo India, Alaska 709.
November 24, Alpha Lima, roger. Maintain flight level 050.
Yeah, you just said. Emily, how can I estimate the RVR when I'm on the short final approaching the decision altitude?
To estimate the RVR on short final, you can use the runway lights as a reference. If you can clearly see the runway edge lights and they appear distinct, your RVR is likely sufficient. Additionally, if you have a visibility report or RVR readings from ATS, that will help you confirm your visibility. Keep an eye on those lights and trust your instincts.
Cleared into the Bravo airspace, maintain 6500. Cleared into Bravo, maintaining 6500, Piper 456, Alpha Bravo.
That's what I forgot. We're soon to enter IMC. We got all the ice.
Alpha Lima, proceed direct FI-17. Descend altitude 2500 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 17 approach.
Clear direct FI-17, descend 2500 and maintain until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 17 approach. November 24 Alpha Lima. 2500. Button set, and now soon, as soon as we hit 6500, we're going to change to the local QNH, which was 9090, right?
United 487, turn right, heading 270.
QNH 09 or 90.
Turning right to 270, United 487.
65. ND 245 at 15. Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Broken at 1800 feet.
And it was Quebec, right? It was the India information.
Our visual approach is in use. Advise
Beautiful,
on course
guys.
heading, altitude, and if basic information service is requested. Read back all runway and
Cloud
hold
surfing.
short instructions. Advise on
Love
initial
it.
contact. You have information Quebec.
Quebec, yes.
Malmö Stirrup Airport. Information Quebec. 2.
So, let's take the power back as we are approaching.
Diamond Tree 4, Alpha Bravo, traffic 10 o'clock, 4 miles level at 9 or 500. Looking for traffic, Diamond Tree 4, Alpha Bravo.
We're gonna ask for apron Juliet Bravo, see if he knows that. Just beautiful. Approach into Malmö, Sweden. Nice flight. It was a quick flight because we had a little bit of tailwind at least. Okay, so we reached the altitude and now we're waiting for
United 346, turn left, heading
ILS.
080. Turning left to 080, United 346.
beauty. We can actually already hit the approach. And as soon as we hit the localizer, he's gonna hand us over to tower, which is 118805. 118805. We can enter that already.
November 24, Alpha Lima. Contact Sturup Tower on 118.805.
Sturup Tower on 118.805. November 24 Alpha Lima. Tack, hejdå. Sturup Tower, god kväll. November 24 Alpha Lima. Established ILS 17.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Sturup Tower identified.
Flaps takeoff. Gear down.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Sturup Tower, wind 245 at 15, runway 17 clear to land.
Runway 17 cleared to land. November 24 Alpha Lima. Flaps full.
Skyline 422 Alpha Mike cleared for takeoff, runway 33
Lights
flying
up
straight
is
out.
alive, not captured as yet.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 33 flying straight out, Skyline 422 Alpha Mike.
Just beautiful. And you notice we are crabbing the hell out of this approach. We are crabbing really hard because we have 34 knots as a crosswind. This is gonna be funny, guys. Glide slope is approached, perfect. So we are set on the ILS. And we might just exit on Alpha if we're fast. Checklists. So
Bonanza 964 Foxtrot Alpha 2, hold
Hold
short
on,
of runway 12 traffic on final.
Holding short of runway 12 Bonanza 964 Foxtrot Alpha 2.
big green, flaps to full. We are set. And we are crabbing the shit out of this approach. Look at this, guys. This is straight, looking straight, and there's the runway. And it is windy. Yep, it is windy. Sorry guys, I'm just still having a cold. I'm not really fit as yet, but I hope I can manage the landing here.
Skyline 422 Alpha Mike hold short of runway 27 traffic on final approach. Holding short of runway 27, Skyline 422 Alpha Mike.
Autopilot off. And it is really, really windy. Still on the glide slope. And the localizer. My God. This is really, really windy.
Skyhawk 542 422 Alpha X-ray expedite, climb to 2,000 feet traffic on departure. Climbing to 2,000, expediting Skyhawk 542 Alpha X-ray.
It's really, really windy, guys. And it's gusty. We made it down, guys, but it was windy, really windy.
November 24 Alpha Lima, welcome to Sturup. Taxi to parking at your discretion and stay with me.
Can I request ramp Juliet Bravo?
November 24 Alpha Lima, taxi to apron duty approved.
Approved, November 24 Lima. That was quick. Yeah, guys, welcome to Malmö. It was windy, landing was okay.
Beechcraft
Quick flight.
9001 Bravo, taxi to runway 24 via taxiway Alpha. Taxiing to runway 24 via taxiway Alpha, Beechcraft 9001 Bravo.
And we're gonna use this one here just to get out. Emily, by any chance, do you know which one is the GA apron in Malmö Sturup?
I'm not sure about the specific apron locations, but you can check the airport diagram for Malmö Sturup to find the Georgia apron. It's usually marked clearly on the chart. If you have any other questions about taxiing or airport operations, feel free to ask.
Sturup Tower, November 24 Alpha Lima. Request a taxi to the GA apron. See what it gives us. And why in the hell is there a fuel truck on the taxiway?
November 24 Alpha Lima, taxi to Georgia apron at your discretion. Have a great day.
Taxi to GA apron at my discretion, November 24 Alpha Lima. Yeah, whatever. It is windy and can barely hold this thing straight. Yeah, guys, welcome to Malmö Sturup. And this is not the GA apron, but what the heck. Stand 2D will do fine for us today. Okay, guys. Thank you for coming along on this flight. I wish you a pleasant evening and Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta, enter right base, runway tree 2. Right base, runway tree 2 for Mooney 824 Foxtrot Delta.